You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream. This is AfterBuzz TV for America's Next Top Model. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest America's Next Top Model news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, it's AfterBuzz TV for America's Next Top Model.
Come on, ladies, let me see those moves. You know it, Jackie.
When you talk, all I hear is...
I'm bringing back middle school style with this move, guys. Do you remember this from middle school days?
Yeah. I don't even know how to snap.
I love it. I wish I were there.
We wish you were here.
Oh, everyone, welcome, welcome. I love my top model party to the AfterBuzz TV, America's Next Top Model All-Stars After Show.
Yay.
I'm Jackie Miranne. And wait a minute, ladies, my lovely co-hosts. If you are watching on Ustream, you obviously can hear me, but you can't see me. That's because I'm stuck in New York while my fabulous co-hosts are live in the studio in LA and drinking something fabulous. What are you drinking?
Thanks to Brittany.
Of course. I love Pinot Noir.
Well, let me introduce her, our special guest co-host, America's Next Top Model All-Star herself, Brittany Brower, is back in the studio.
You know
Woo!
it.
Welcome, girl. And Mari, my lovely co-host, Mari Fagel, my partner in crime on AfterBuzz TV, has taken my place in LA. We switched spots. And Mari, so happy to see you live in LA.
Yay.
So happy to be here. So happy to meet Brittany in person.
And likewise.
And
Well-
last week, I think my Lisa comments may have gotten to you.
Oh,
so
no,
I'm
it's
ready
all
to do the
good.
confessional when we're done. Everyone has to watch.
It's okay.
And
It's all
ladies, I'm watching you in that confessional. I will watch what you say about me. If you say anything, I will come find you. So, ladies, we have so much to talk about. Maybe the most exciting AfterBuzz America's Next Top Model show yet, because we have such a special announcement for all of you America's Next Top Model fans. Are you ready, ladies, to let the cat out of the bag?
AfterBuzz
We are
TV
doing
exclusive.
a live finale viewing party on December 7th at the John Lovitz Comedy Club in LA. Everyone you see right here will be there. Mari, Brittany, myself. We will be hosting the event. Hopefully Maria Menounos will be there. The live cast will be there. And Mari's holding up a sign. I can't see it yet, but
It just says December 7th. Everyone
December
remember the
7th,
date. Don't
that's
forget.
right.
We're real official here at
Yeah.
AfterBuzz. We write down the dates on yellow manila paper, and then we show it to you. That's how we bring you in. Nothing but class.
You know that's how we roll, but you know what? We're
Heck
going to
yeah.
roll out the red carpet on December 7th.
We are. It's gonna be
high
quite the
glam
event.
by then.
It's going to be very high clam. It's going to be very high clam.
High
huh?
clam.
Wow. Total Freudian slip there. High clam with a whole bunch of models. That means you guys, you straight men out there, there are going to be a lot of clams there with your name on it. Definitely want to get everybody out. It's going to be quite amazing. A whole house filled with models. And I know them personally, and most of them are single and young.
Oh, well,
lot
if
of-
that isn't a sell, then what is? But I will add that Maria Menounos herself will be emceeing the event. So that's pretty exciting.
Oh, gosh. I mean, how can you not come then? Yeah, it's going to be so
Seriously.
great.
And it's Universal Studios.
Yeah.
How fun.
Yeah, it's going to be
John
fun.
Lovitz Comedy Club, there will be a red carpet, a live viewing party, a live broadcast stars. Maria Menounos is slated to host the event, as Mari said. It doesn't get more exciting than that. And as you said, Brittany, obviously you've had a lot of Pinot already.
What?
No. With your Freudian slip.
Yeah, about the clams, yes.
Yeah. But that's true, because if any single guys out there are looking to find a date and you're in LA on December 7th, that is going to be the place to be, because we are going to be looking hot. And there, as Brittany said, single models. You can't get better than that.
No.
So, DJ Jesse, if only you followed the ladies, you would really have your dreams come true.
Well, I just like the fabulous of it all.
That's right.
Exactly.
You just want the fabulosity.
There will be lots of fabulous, and that is why, of course, to all our great gays, transsexuals, transgenders, and all of the above, every kind of, bisexuals, whatever you are, straight, all of it, come out. We're going to have a great time. There'll be a lot of lovely ladies, a lot of fashion, and of course, anything following Top Model will be a lot of drama. And there will definitely be plenty of that with this all-star cast.
Oh, my gosh. Talking about drama, tonight's episode, I cannot wait to talk about Bianca.
Wait a minute. Before you can't wait to talk about the episode. I can't wait to talk about your exclusive, what just happened to you. And I know you have a story.
Well, Jesse, I was about to say,
Okay.
I can't wait to talk about Bianca, but, see, there's a but. The only thing more exciting is my visit to the drama live on the America's Next Top Model Cycle 18
AfterBuzz
set.
TV exclusive. Can we get the music?
Yes.
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
That's right, everyone. Brittany, I'm sorry I did not bring you along because you are the bitter Brittany bitch.
Yes, totally bitter, totally a bitch, and totally Brittany. All three add up to my name. Yes, you're right.
The 3B.
So I figured I'd leave you at home, but I last minute got the invite while I was in LA last week to visit the Top Model set, and I met the one, the only, Tyra Banks, not as a contestant, so I will say in a very different light, I'm sure, Brittany, and I want to hear your response. But
Can't wait.
I have to say, I am so in love with Tyra Banks right now. I am on such a Tyra Banks high that if you try and say anything bad about her this week, I am so going to defend her. She signed a copy of Model Land.
Mm-hmm.
She was
that was a tough effort on her part. Yeah, okay, I can see why you like her for that. Her signature.
Well,
Go ahead. That was real rough.
No, you know what she did? She gave me, I told her I was hosting. I told her about our show, and she, in 2 seconds, gave me like 5 amazing tips on hosting, on modeling, on, everything. She was very warm with me, and she gave me the funniest hosting tip, actually, because I told her as a woman, my voice always goes up, so she gave me this tip where you kind of start off by going like, she made this crazy
Sounds like
noise.
Tyra, yes.
In the middle of craft services, and I just thought she was amazing. I learned so much about her that I didn't know, like the fact that she really sat down and wrote this book in the library, in between all of her jobs, in peace and quiet, like constantly sat down and wrote it. She could have used a ghostwriter. She didn't use a ghostwriter. Mm-hmm. And I admire her for her hard work. And then on the set, unfortunately, I can't share any details of the Cycle 18 set. But it seems like it's going to be an amazing cycle. But what I loved about seeing her live is that she actually keeps it real. Like, they don't repeat things. She goes straight through. So everything you're seeing, at least for the part that I saw, is real. And she actually said, we're the most real you're going to get on reality television. Now, that's for reality television. But comparing to the way I filmed Project Runway, America's Next Top Model takes on a new light in my eyes for being real. And, there's drama, of course, which that part I didn't get to witness. But as far as the judging and all of that, mm-hmm. They keep it real on there. And I like that.
Oh, you mean as far as like not stopping and kind of like doing one take with everything?
Yeah.
That is true.
And that is something
straight.
That was not the case on Project Runway. And I absolutely love seeing that.
Oh, no, there's no doubt in my mind that Tyra's not a great host and not good at what she does in that sense. I would never, ever ever go against that. I just don't always get the motive or, being a competitor.
All right, you can say it, Brittany. Let it out.
Well, it sounds like she was pretty nice, though. The fact that she gave you these tips, like...
Yeah, I wish she would have given some...
I think that's pretty nice, though, because a lot of women can view other women like they don't want to share advice or share tips. I don't know. That's one thing, like, meeting Maria has been the most incredible thing. Maria, Tyra, it sounds like, are very rare. They see someone and who's, like, coming up and they want help, and they give the help, and they give advice, and they, so I don't know. That's really nice and refreshing to hear about Tyra.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe one time I'll actually work with Tyra and I'll see.
Well, here's the thing that I will say, Brittany, and we were talking about this before the show, is that when you work on a show like this vein as a contestant, because I've been there too on a different show, you definitely are coming at it at a different angle. So I'm sure you had to deal with similar things that I had to deal with on my set, and it makes you look at production and, the people running the show very differently than someone who's a guest visiting the show.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. That's how I felt. I always felt different when I did our talk show a few times. It wasn't necessarily the same way I felt when I was, competing on her show.
Right.
But yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that.
Well, I'm glad you got the scoop, though, so that when we do start hosting, I don't want to say it because I love Cycle 17, but when Cycle 17 does come to an end and we do start hosting Cycle 18, I am excited because you'll clearly have that extra scoop, it sounds like.
Yes, I know.
Will. I am so, and here's the other part of my little scoop from my visit to the set. Brittany, we've never talked about Nigel Barker. And
God. I only say, oh, God, because while we were watching, Brittany went on a Nigel rant.
Oh, no. What is your rant? Let me hear it.
Oh, God. You know what? Can I get to a part of this show tonight on AfterBuzz where I can actually start saying some positive things? Because I hate starting off so negative. I'm actually not a real negative person. I actually like to have fun in life, hence my bringing wine to everyone and champagne last week on the show. I want to have a great time and be positive. And we're starting a very negative for Brittany intake. So let's get on the positive. We'll talk about Nigel later. I love Nigel. He's great.
Well, I'm going to talk about Nigel because Jackie... Do you have the picture?
He actually has a wife and kids, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm always shocked by that.
His wife is beautiful, and she was on our season as our during panels. She would touch us up, like makeup-wise.
That's nice.
Yeah, no, she's...
Okay.
Yeah, no, I know his wife.
Okay. This is me and Nigel Barker, okay? This is why I am in love with him. And this is why my sister is totally jealous of the fact that I was...
Hold on. I got to stop you, Jackie. What happened to you? We're going on one episode of Top Model 18, which, again, we'll get on that in a minute. 18, there's another one. But what happened to you with one episode, and now you are completely goo-goo for gaga over Top Model? Oh, my God.
No, I'm going to have plenty to say about the girls. I'm just now in love with Tyra Banks and Nigel Barker. Okay. I can't help myself. I've never said anything bad about Nigel. And
no,
I am like,
kidding.
My sister is so in love with him. And let me just say this. I tweeted her this picture. She wrote back, OMG, I'm crying. I'm so jealous. And then Nigel saw that text back from her. So how embarrassed was she when... When Nigel saw that, she said that about him. She's a 29-year-old woman. So I think it's hilarious.
But so how was he? Was he nice?
He was so nice to me. I mean, now, I said this, and I'll say it again, Brittany. I'm not a contestant on the show. But as far as just being so kind to us, and he said he was willing to come on this show, so let's not bash Nigel tonight, ladies.
I'm not gnashing.
I've always liked him.
Yes. No, we're good. I'm okay.
He is like the heartthrob of America's Next Top Model, and I guess I didn't really realize that until I saw him live.
No, yeah. I get that. Why do you think Jesse asked if he was? Why do you think Jesse asked if he was straight?
Now, the one thing I will say is just a little inside secret that I think I can let out is in case all of you are obsessed and wondering what he might have eaten. He had tuna salad in a very interesting way. He had corn in it and no onions, which I think is very weird.
Nice.
Actually, that just totally turned me off.
Yeah. Corn. There's corn in it, so we know it's coming out.
But no, I got to dance with Nigel on set. So unfortunately, I had to block out the top model set. But now, I'm sorry, I kind of have crushes on these two.
Wait, can I ask how did you get onto the top model set?
I actually know a producer.
Oh, okay.
And he is, I as well hope to have on this show and set the record straight upon our editing questions, because I still question that. No, my visit to the set has not changed anything about that.
And I'm sure he'll answer honestly 100% on live.
Brittany, you're sounding bitter again.
No, I'm not. That is my. What are you talking about? I'm sure he will definitely answer honestly.
All I have to say is Brittany has been serving me all this wine, and I'm sorry for yawning, but your wine is making me sleepy. I'm like, this is like my third glass of wine.
We gotta get her some coffee, guys.
I know.
Get her some coffee.
Okay, so
meanwhile,
go on.
I am wide awake to talk about this, which we need to get on this show because we have a lot to discuss in this hour.
Well,
a lot.
That is actually the roundup of my visit to the set. I have promises from some of the biggest talent to join us throughout the season, so I hope to stick to that. And I know that we're going to have amazing talent at our live event December 7th at the John Lovitz Comedy Club. So that is all for my exciting news. And now we have to get to episode 7.
Yes, we do.
Because
yes,
in big letters, my first topic of the evening is Bianca is so annoying.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we've known that. We touched on that quite a bit.
But I was defending her
last
week.
So how do you feel this? How do you feel this week now?
Well, you heard me while we were watching. I said it's really hard to stick up for her this week. It's hard to stick up for her. She should have gotten in the damn bathtub. Like
get in the bathtub.
I've seen shots of models in bathtubs with rose petals and water.
I don't understand why that was so awkward for her.
And Jackie, will you please read Andre Leon Talley's tweet, because I totally agree with him.
Yeah, this says it all right here. Andre Leon Talley tweeted during the show tonight, Bianca on Top Model, what's this thing about not getting in a bathtub? Tyra would get in a volcanic lava run if it didn't burn for work.
Yeah.
And that says it all right there, because if you really want it and you have the fire, as we saw that Tyra was questioning in some of the girls, you will get in that bathtub. And that's not even that bad. I don't understand who she thinks she is. And wait till we read some of her nasty tweets, which I'm so glad Brittany called out. But
yes.
Who do you think you are, thinking you're not Tyra Banks? You're not Beyonce. You're going to get in the bathtub. As you said, Mari, good call, because some of my favorite pictures are of Giselle and Heidi in ads, and they're in bathtubs, especially for a fragrance. I've seen it before. It's actually one of my favorite pictures ever of Giselle.
It's amazing. I love it. I think it was a fun... This is a challenge. Like, we've done so many worse challenges on this show that are... can be awful, humiliating, or scary with certain fears. This is, you get to be in a bathtub at a party, might I add, at the Roosevelt Hotel here in Los Angeles, California, one of the most famous hotels ever, with some of the biggest celebrities of all time, Marilyn Monroe, a.k.a., James Dean, all of them, they've stayed here. And I don't understand why she got to be at the Roosevelt in a bathtub and promote her perfume, and she had to be didn't want to sit down in the water. Who cares?
The problem was she
Get
also
in the water.
Totally contradicted herself, because she was like, models wouldn't do this. I'm not going to stoop to this level. But then about 20 minutes later, she's like snookifying it up with pickles. What model would dress up as Snooki? You know what I mean? Like,
oh God!
The problem
don't even get me on.
is, I know. So we'll talk about it. But the problem is, when you take a stance, you need to take it all the way. And that's why I think I had problems with Shannon sometimes, because she took a stance about underwear, but not bathing suits, whatever. And it's like, if you take a stance and you say, okay, I don't want to do this because I don't want to do this as a model, then you need to stick with it. Don't then 20 minutes later say, okay, well, now I'm going to act like a reality star.
And put a jar of pickles in my right arm, and then
stick it in your mouth. Sorry, I don't even want to be seen doing that.
Giving a pickle, a BJ.
Yeah.
Oh my God, please. And I love how she's like, this is crazy. When am I going to be taken seriously as a model and not a gimmick? Okay? And then you do the pickle thing.
Yeah.
And I kind of also love, in the beginning, the exchange between Bianca and Kayla. So if I'm ever going to compliment editing, it will be that exchange between Bianca and Kayla where she says, you have no personality, and then she says, well, you're the bitch, and bitches never win. Kind of a perfect opening to the show, don't you think?
Yeah, I do think so.
Well, just given what happened at the end.
Yeah,
right.
That was great editing.
And, another person who was a little weak in the bathtub thing was Shannon. And she didn't get in there either, and it led Nigel to jump in there himself, which is another one who I was worried about this week. Again, she's gorgeous. There's so much I love about Shannon, but I was worried about Shannon this week too, starting with this whole fragrance issue.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, no, Shannon definitely has to step it up for the fact of this is an all-star. And personality is so big and so huge, and no one's safe. No one can just lie on their morals, I should say, and just expect to get further with that. So, you have to just go all out and be who you are and be everything. I mean, I think there's a lot of them we got to see more from all of them. I think that's why, which we'll get into in a second, I think it's why actually Lisa won the perfume challenges, because she got in the bathtub, she splashed around, she was nuts. And I will give an inside scoop once again.
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
Give it to us, Brittany.
Woo! Okay, so I was again at this challenge because it was in the public eye. So I was able to be here for the entire thing. And my perfume, by the way, was called Sweet Regret.
I love it.
And I do have it on my counter right now, and I do wear it daily. It is a real thing that I did get to make on the show. Sweet Regret.
That is so cool.
Yes, I do. And it actually smells amazing. Gardenia and a lot of other jasmine. Oh, it's delicious. Anyway, I'm wearing it right now. It smells delicious.
Oh.
And it smells very regretful, might I add. I think that them doing crap, what was I saying now?
You're going to give us an exclusive.
Yes, thank you. My exclusive. Everyone was going to Lisa's tub. So everyone, I was watching all the crowd and everyone was there, and the crowd was going nuts to her tub. She was working it in there. She was splashing and jumping and, being her whole Lisa-isms. And, she deserved to win that.
But this is what I said to you when we were watching.
You did.
It's not fair, I don't think, that because someone is crazy and jumps around and splashes and is like, la la la, they get to win because of that. Because some of the other girls were showing their brand too. Allison was playing the creepy blood or whatever, and it's getting a little bit annoying that because Lisa gets up on stage and does this crazy thing that she gets to win every time.
Okay, let me tell you this: when you put people who are running in the Olympics in a race, and the fastest runner goes first, who gets all the attention? The fastest runner. Lisa is doing this exact same thing. She's in this thing, and she's causing all this attention.
In America's Next Top Model, who should win? The best model,
right?
Just because you're jumping up and jumping around. But
she wasn't saying jumping around, but it was causing the most attention. She was smart in an audience where fans are there and they're looking at everything, and you have someone that's performing. Well, they should. Hey, no one says that Allison or any of them can't do it too. Jump around or do something crazy, or Allison can't just be no one's keeping them from doing anything to catch attention. But in this thing, when you're trying to get fans' attention and trying to make the most impression, and fans
I just
are
think
voting,
it's a little unfair that the one person who has this vibrant, I don't know.
It was according to the fans too. They all had sheets on their bathtubs, and they got to write their responses and vote.
Yeah.
So
I loved Lisa's
ladies,
photo this week, so we'll talk about it. It's not that I don't like Lisa. It's not that. It's that I just think it's like, just because she's the only one who's like willing to be crazy party, like I don't think that should warrant her winning
but
challenges
she wasn't
all the
party.
time.
Just because someone's being outgoing doesn't mean they're party. They're just being them. They're having fun. She's splashing around. It doesn't mean she's having a party.
I just think sometimes
drink.
she almost like takes away from she distracts. Like what she's doing is just a distraction. So
I have to say, ladies, there's times where I do agree with you, Mari, where I think her energy is not enough. It has to be the right energy. It has, like I said last week, she has the energy, but she wasn't staying interesting. This week for me, and starting last week actually, she changed direction. Her energy is going in the right direction. For me, the energy tonight did win it for her. She did deserve to win it. She sold it the best.
It was that kind of atmosphere where you should be that way, I should say.
The one thing I want to see from Lisa, and I saw it this week, so that's all right, is I told you last week that fine, I get that she can party, I get that she can do it, then do something else. We are well aware that you can splash around in a bathtub. Then surprise us in another way and be really demure or something. Like, don't put your legs in splits every time. So I like that this photo shoot she did something different. And I said to you, I know she has it in her because during judging, they flashed some of her photos from her season, and they were really striking photos. And the thing is, she's a very pretty model, and you said she came in as a posing expert one time to help other girls
cycle.
in a later
one
season.
So
she doesn't need all these charades like to distract. Like, if she couldn't model, then she would need these distractions because she didn't have the actual talent. But she has the actual talent. In some of those pictures from her season, she looked really pretty and was a great model. So it's annoying me that, like, maybe does she not feel confident enough in her modeling capabilities that she has to, like, put on this act every time? Just to me, the act is getting annoying, and I like her as a model, and I just want her to do something unexpected.
But she did tonight for you.
Yes, she did.
She did tonight for you.
She did.
Well, let me ask you something, Brittany. You know her. Is it an act, or is that really her personality?
It's 100% her personality. It's not an act.
But I'm saying, is it that she feels like not confident enough?
No, I think it's overly confident. I think it's what it is with her. She is confident. And let's not forget that, let's go back if we want to really dissect this. Lisa, the first one was personality, so she had to do a split. It's all about our branding. And that was her, that not that she had to do a split, but that's her being crazy, and she was doing a split off the thing, toe touch or whatever you want to call it. And then she did the hot dog, and that's just eating a hot dog. I mean, how classy and beautiful can you be eating a hot dog? I mean, that's the whole point of it. I don't know how demure you want someone to be, like putting meat down their face. Then the third one, I mean, I don't want to keep going on them all, but she's the stilt thing. That's just showing shapes with your body. You're in huge stilts. You're like putting your legs out. So I love that Nigel commented on that one about, oh, you always want to keep your legs up. Well, what else do you want her to do? She's in stilts. I mean, you're supposed to be, like stretching and out and doing all these movements with your legs.
Look at you. We got to be taking photos right now.
I know.
I should have been in that one. Hey, that's what I'm saying.
You are putting on quite a show for Ustream. I'll tell you that right now. So
I can put it on.
Everybody has to see this show on Ustream like I'm seeing it right now. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Only thing better is if I was there. No, Brittany, here's the thing. I agree. Listen, I totally agree that Lisa brought the model this week. She brought the energy in the right way. This is what I want from Lisa. I think she had a great week, and I hope she continues her energy this way. And it looks like from our news and gossip, she will have another great week next week as well. And speaking of news and gossip, ladies, we also didn't even mention Eva Marcille. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, but former top model winner.
Whatever. Is that even her real last name? Isn't her real last name Pigford or something like that?
Yeah, that's
she
Eva
changed
Pigford.
it. Yeah.
I know. I think she wanted to ditch that last name and go with something a little more graceful. But she was a big part of that fragrance challenge. And I actually have some news and gossip on her coming up as well. But what did you think of Eva?
I hear she's a bitch, and she comes off like a bitch.
She is a bitch. Let's move on from her. Let's not even give her one more second of this whole.
She's very
this whole
pretty,
thing.
but she seems like a bitch.
I will say,
She
I
has her
met
fake
her
hair
live.
now with her
The
fake
reason-
name.
The reason I bring her up
salute
is
you,
because I
Eva.
met her live. She was at the AfterBuzz TV Emmys broadcast, and she seemed a little reserved. That's what I'm going to say. But she did say she'd come on the show, and we never heard from her. So I am a little disappointed in Eva for that.
Well, I've also met her on 2 different occasions, and yes, let's not give her any more show time.
Thank you, DJ Jesse. God, I love
You
oh
should
my God,
learn
everyone calm
that,
down.
like-
Everyone, all 4 of us have had an agreement. Wait, we always have to take a silent moment that we all 4 agree that Eva's a bitch.
You heard it here
But
first,
the
people.
thing is, when
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
But when
Love
all
it.
4 of us agree, like, you are burning bridges. And in this industry, you can't burn bridges like that because, like, every single encounter she's had with people, she's a bitch. Like, no wonder why. I don't, well, can you just tell your news and gossip now? She's going to have her own reality show. I don't think it's going to do well. That's my prediction.
I'm
Sorry.
definitely not
Jackie,
watching
you
it.
can go on with the news and gossip, but I just had
And
to
I
say
don't think that AfterBuzz TV should cover it. I'll go and
No.
say that
We will
too.
not.
No,
No.
because when you burn bridges, you're not going to get the attention. I can't
wanna
believe
burn
that
it.
she's gone this far. Like, I've known for a while that she's been a bitch. Like, that's been out there for a while now, so I'm
Yeah.
surprised that she's even, like,
Well,
gotten
she was
this far.
Eva Diva on her season,
Yeah.
and I think most people were even shocked that she won, and then she did win, and then she still didn't prove that she was as humble or anything that she should have. Now,
Yeah.
All right, moving on from Eva. Let's go.
That's it.
Let's
I'm
go.
not even announcing that anymore in news and gossip. You heard
Yeah.
it. That's it. Reality show done. Eva out. Now, talking about reality stars, I don't know how much I love, but I love that there's a photo shoot based on the inspirations
I
of
am totally shocked. I thought that we were about to have another round of agreements. I thought 100% we were about to have another round of agreements that this was by far the worst photo shoot this season.
Well, no, and that's what I was going to say. That's why I love it, because it was so horrible.
Oh, okay. There
Okay,
you
can
go.
I just say something? Can I say something? I am disgusted, like mortified, completely grossed out. I freaking A, if I could cuss right now even worse, I would. I think it's gross. I hate this week's photo shoot, and I use the word hate like I cannot even get out enough. I think it's gross. Top Model, I thought was supposed to be in the same caliber of reality as like America's crap. I'm getting
American
so,
Idol.
I'm getting so frustrated. I can't.
She
even
was
just get it
ranting
out.
about this when we were
American
watching.
Idol. Like, we're supposed to be a competition show about a profession, to be a professional, and they're gonna put us on a show, or put the remaining contestants on a show that is now having them copy to be Snooki or Nene. Two kind of made fun of. Snooki, are you kidding me? Like the big hair bump, like that's disgusting. Like the most Jersey Shore kind of thing. I cannot believe that we're doing a photo shoot about it. It just makes me so upset that I love those kind of shows, and I'm guilty of watching them, but I cannot believe, I thought this show was supposed to be a higher caliber, and I think it's disgusting. I think it's gross. And now they're telling our models to, now, here, I want you to be, your whole main focus of this shoot is to be what grosser reality is. I am disgusted.
The thing is, I didn't love the idea of the reality.
I hate it.
The reality photo shoot, but what bothered me more was that it was just 2 characters. It was just Snooki and Nene. If you're gonna do it, then do it all the way, and they should have had all the girls be a different reality star. I really didn't like and was really annoyed with the fact that it was just the 2 of them. And why the 2 of them? There's so many other reality
I think
stars.
it's
If you're gonna do it,
disgusting.
do a different, like, why just those 2 people?
Because they're trying to make fun of them. Like,
No, I know, but they
everything
could have
on
done
there.
so many
Like,
other reality stars. I would have liked
even
it if
better
each
one.
each girl had a different character.
There's so many even greater. Why don't not be all the Beverly Hills housewives, or not Beverly Hills housewives, but all the housewives, and one be one of the
Don't
characters.
you talk badly about my Beverly Hills
No,
housewives.
I love it. I'm actually not. I love Beverly Hills housewives. I was saying, like, be one of those.
Yeah.
Be one of Atlanta, or something like that.
Atlanta
I just
is
can't
Nene.
I know. I'm saying one of each or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
Well,
think
I
it's
think
really
they-
gross that they're trying to make the models of Top Model, and this is an all-star season, be too, to me, gross, like Nene
Well,
and
I think they planned it this way.
Snooki.
I think they planned it so that they could do the double elimination, like one of each gets eliminated kind of thing. But other than that, I have no idea why they wouldn't take it all the way.
You can make two people get eliminated over anything. You can make two people get eliminated over, like try to be a freaking cloud or something, and then this person wasn't a good, like do it over anything. I don't understand why it had to be. I think such over two reality shows.
No, I think it's really gross and lowly to be portraying Snooki, but that's why Bianca and what she did was even more baffling. It's like you're like snookifying it up and loving being Snooki, but not the bathtub. That's what really there's a disconnect there. You say you want to be taken seriously as a model, and then you love doing the Snooki thing. I
thought we're just trying to be like America's Next Top Model, which is supposed to be a high class of people, to be a top model is, the Coco Rocha, who worked it out last week. Yeah. And to see Coco try to be Snooki, I mean, it's insulting. I mean, I think it's like, wow, you're telling us as the show, as America's Next Top Model, you're telling us to be this brand, this amazing, characters, and then you're making one of our photo shoots out of not that many. If you in hindsight, it's only 13, 14 photos. One of our main photo shoots to be a brand, to show who we are. You want us to be copying an awful brand to be Snooki? You want us to not be our brand anymore? You want us to try to be Snooki? I mean, are you kidding me?
And then
I
also really along with it, if you're gonna, when I saw them doing Nene and Snooki, I thought, okay, well maybe that was their only way of getting Nene and Snooki to be guest judges. And then it was Kathy Griffin as a guest judge. I didn't like the judge even. I just didn't like the entire theme of this week.
They barely showed Kathy Griffin. Kathy Griffin maybe made one joke here and there, but she didn't even have commentary that I think was useful. With the criticism, you want it to be
D-list reality star.
Yeah,
I thought
she
was
had no constructive criticism to offer.
On my Topped Off episode that I just actually shot a few days ago, but it's still in editing. But I talked about Kathy Griffin, how I was so excited she was going to be on. Because I said, where's the funny in Top Model anymore? Where's the fun, loving stuff? I want to see some fun stuff. I'm so sick. I mean, do y'all see how bitter and mean I am right now? It's not pretty. I don't like this color on me at all.
Brittany, I was just going to say, you
I don't
said
like
that,
being like this. I want to have fun.
You were going to be positive when we talked about this episode.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
I almost want to go back to Nigel Barker because you're just getting worse and worse, darling.
Well, that Snooki and Nene thing just completely bothered me.
Can I ask you guys a question? Would you have preferred? I could understand why they would want to do Snooki or why they would want to do Jersey Shore. It's a pop culture phenomenon, so it's almost like, and they're campy. Everyone can make fun of the Jersey Shore, so it's like, okay, give us your best, and their personalities. So give us your best JWoww, give us your best Snooki, in that sense of
We're
a tough girl.
We're supposed to be all-star,
No, I understand that, but what I'm saying in the sense of almost give us what you feel Jersey girl, glam Jersey girl up, that sense of it. But to bring Nene in it, actually, to me, to bring Nene in it makes it trashy, because at least with Jersey Shore, it would have been or if you went with the all housewives or all Jersey Shore, if you went with one specific thing, it would have been it's a campy, it's reality, and the reason these people are famous is because of personality, so we want you to get out of your personality and do this. But bringing Nene into it, bringing Snooki with Nene, it's almost like, why are you idolizing these two specific people?
They don't even make sense as a couple together. That's what I was saying. That's what I meant when I went back to talking about bringing on the housewives or something, if you're going to stick with that. Or I just can't with Jersey Shore, with my show with Top Model. I just thought I can't connect the two, and I'm not going to. I just didn't like the fact that if I was still on the show, which clearly I'm not, for good reasons. I don't understand how I would be upset if I'm like, okay, so I'm going to be Nene right now, or I'm going to be Snooki. Go ahead and send me home. Oh, wait, you already did.
These girls definitely had a challenge to begin with because there's nothing glamorous. You really still have to bring out the model, but you have to portray the character. So it's a very tough, even with the Michael Jackson, you risk looking costumey, you risk looking caricature.
But at least they're being Michael Jackson. I mean, someone who is going to go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Not Snooki, who we will be wondering, I don't even know her real name, and what she'll be doing in 5 years, because we will not be watching in 5 years.
Right.
I mean, Lisa was something. I just feel like for an all-star season, I'd rather be Michael Jackson any day. I'd rather have a penis between my legs and be Michael Jackson than be Snooki with a big bump on my head on the back of a motorcycle any day. Any day.
Wait, and can I also ask you guys something else? What does Snooki and Nene have to do with a motorcycle?
Nothing.
I don't know.
I mean, right.
I know, right?
Right. What is happening on Top Model All-Stars? I mean, what is going on? This is why I can't watch this show sometimes.
Seems like maybe like part of Model Land or something, some type of Tyra's wild imagination. I'd love to know who came up with this one because it's definitely a mix of a lot of different influences that I'm not sure that they all go together, but somebody who really pulled it off, I'm very proud to say, Brittany, is Lisa, the winner of this challenge.
Yeah.
And if we can get a quick flash of her photo, I don't know, but what I loved about Lisa this week is that she brought out the model. And you're right, Mari, when they showed some of her shots from her past season, I actually didn't know her photos, and looking at them, she really
doesn't
can
look
take a
like
strong
she
photo.
looks really pretty. Her cheekbones, everything. Like she doesn't look like Nene. She looks like a really good model.
What's her
This
ethnicity?
is, you know what's funny though? Is she looks demure here. She's playing a reality show star, which she could have taken it crazy, and she actually took it pretty demure. I think she looks great.
But it just shows you where editing is, because she was actually doing some fun stuff on it, sitting backwards, going kissing and doing all kinds
No,
of
but
stuff.
I like that they chose this.
I know, I do too, but this is what I'm bringing up, is that all the photos you hate in the past of her when you thought it was being over the top, that's what they chose. Yeah. That is what they chose. So, you know, she doesn't always. Yeah. But I guess that's true for everyone.
I think round of silence. All four of us agree. Lisa had a great picture.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Okay,
That's right.
there we go.
Wait, what's Lisa's ethnicity?
No, just
White.
Caucasian.
Yeah.
Really? She looks like J-Lo in that picture.
Yeah, well,
She
let me tell you, she has a great, her jawline and real person too. Lisa's got great jaw.
Yeah.
She serves good
I like
jaw.
her hair straight though.
I know.
I don't like her hair curly. I like her hair straight.
I think it looks good straight too. I like it I like it curly when I see her in person, but I do love when she wears it straight.
She looks more like a model
it
when her
makes
hair's
it
straight.
edgier. Right.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah. No, I know what you mean. I agree.
Now, another interesting contestant that we always have something to say about, and she always has something to say about herself in the third person, and who very much surprised me, was Angelique this week, because during the shoot, I thought she was going to have a horrible picture, and she came up with runner-up, and I couldn't believe it. She surpassed some really great models like Allison and even Laura's picture, and she got runner-up. What did you guys think of Angelique?
She had like a good cheekbones.
She just looked like Nene.
Yeah.
Right.
She just looked just like Nene.
Do you guys love this picture though?
No.
No.
She just looked like Nene. I don't love it. I think Allison should have definitely been probably second.
I thought Allison
Oh my God.
or Laura.
I love Allison.
Yeah, I do too. We know you do.
Allison can do no wrong in my eyes this season.
No, I know.
I love how she has a fragrance that she comes up with called Honey Blood, and I love how she still looks model even when she's, you know, I said to myself, if she pulls off Snooki, I'm just going to like jump off my, you know, whatever right now, because there's no way she's going to pull off Snooki and look like a model, and she did it.
I know. And that's what's so great though. Like she literally, you would never think that like the vampire-y look could do Snooki, but she did it really well, and she looked glamorous. She didn't look like Snooki. I said she looked really pretty. Like she was going out for the night.
Allison is that silent horse. Yeah, dark
Isn't
horse.
it amazing?
She just creeps out. No,
I
I
really
love
like
Allison.
her.
And you know what? Here we go. First non-negative comment of the evening from me. Get ready, folks.
I'm ready.
Besides not talking about Lisa. No, I mean, Allison, I love. I mean, she is not only doing great in the competition, but she is really, really, and like pretty soul. I love her. Her bed was right next to mine, and all throughout the whole time, she was just such a nice person and very friendly. And then when I've obviously went along the road with them, just you guys didn't get to see me on camera, but every time I was around her, she's always been the nicest thing. So I do love Allison inside and out. And I think she just has a great, unique look and
a unique brand.
Very unique brand. Very, very unique.
Absolutely.
Not all of us can pull off the whole I love blood look and make it work.
She
That's
did
right,
the
but
vampire
she
thing
does.
before vampires were in.
Exactly. So cheers to
She
you.
was ahead of her time.
Cheers to you, Allison, on your blood.
Twilight.
Oh, on your blood.
Now, when it came
Blood,
down
just for you,
to
Allison. Blood.
Shannon, Bianca, and Kayla, I wish I could be drinking with you ladies, but unfortunately, I'm sitting here at 1 a.m. in New York.
I know, poor thing.
But when it came down to Shannon, Bianca, and Kayla, I thought for sure that Bianca was going to be saved again and that Shannon and Kayla would go home. But I was very surprised to see that Shannon was saved. And we'll see her picture. She did not bring out the wild.
No.
We all
Will
know
you
that.
bring up
Lighting.
Yeah.
Here's one thing that I think about this photo is, and I know that Shannon can obviously take a great photo, but I'm surprised that judges didn't say, because I got this we all got this all the time, don't know where your light is, don't block your light. And if you see where her fist is in the photo, it's completely blocking her face. She has this big shadow going across her face. Do you see this?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The one thing I'll say about Shannon, though, is that she has a beautiful face.
Stunning.
She really photographs very well.
No. We know how I feel about Shannon. Yeah, no, we know. I love her. I think she's fabulous. And let me say this, that personality and things that happen, what you say does count against you at the end of the day. And, you know, Bianca was being very negative, and Bianca is beautiful and she's gorgeous. And like they said in panels, she's stunning when you see, you know, when they look at her in front of them, she's beautiful. And she is. But personality and what you say,
And
the
I
way
actually
that you
liked
act
Bianca's photo
in the
as well.
I have to say, the one thing I will say is this is one of her most beautiful photos
Yeah.
of the whole season. And it actually makes me so happy that they sent her home because of her actions, knowing that
That's
she
what
had
it
this
was.
beautiful picture, because you need to have the personality that people want to book, and they finally
They said
recognize that.
if it's not someone that you want to book, you will go home. And I think that the way that she compared herself in panel, I can't believe in panel she said, well, Beyonce or Tyra wouldn't do that in
Jesus.
panel. Even I was like, oh my God, I can't believe she had the balls to say that in panel. And Tyra, you know, there's only one Tyra, and there's only one Tyra in the panel room. So I knew that she was going home after she said that.
Yeah.
Woo!
And let me just read, ladies, a few Bianca tweets that, thanks to Brittany calling this out, I just took a look at Bianca's tweets. And she tweeted 3 hours ago, which I'm thinking is when the show was airing in New York. She tweeted at Lisa D'Amato, "You're a crackhead, point blank, period. Don't talk to me. And Camille McDonald, you can't even pay your bills. Have a 35-year-old seat." So that's some real nasty talk right there.
Damn.
Really
Maybe her and
nasty.
Eva should have a TV show together.
I know, right?
Or go on an island someplace.
They should. See, exactly. And
Wait, did something happen since filming stopped between Lisa and Camille or something? And
no, there's
and
more
Lisa and
tweets.
Camille and Bianca?
I think Camille, if you'll read Camille McDonald's tweets, she had something to say. I read it briefly earlier. So yeah, I don't really know.
They
actually.
said something about Bianca.
I think Camille like chimed in about it. Yeah.
And she also took on Coco Rocha, top model
she
that
did.
she
I didn't
is,
see that.
and said, "Everyone has an opinion. That's what's great about life, but I'm not so sure I'm enjoying yours, though." And that's pretty bold to tweet at Coco Rocha, for sure.
Yeah.
She said that to Coco.
Yep.
Oh my God, she really is delusional.
Yeah.
She really
Seriously.
thinks that she's.
all that.
Oh my, I'm embarrassed for
So
her now.
that's
Yeah.
Bianca, and you know what? I'm glad Tyra gave her a little talking to because she needed to hear that, and I'm glad she went home only because of her attitude. She has beautiful pictures, but that attitude is going nowhere in life for anybody.
Well, I don't understand because one of her tweets said, and I read tonight, and this is definitely not a direct quote because I can't remember exactly what it said, but she said something on the terms of top model was a great stepping stone. I'm happy I did it. It was only opens the doors for great things. Tyra's, like it was all positive. But then why would you down someone that was on the show like Coco? Like that was like, why would you fight against some of the hosts on it? I don't know. I'm just, hey, at least I'm very blunt about how I feel about the show. I don't try to go back.
An hour later, you're right, Brittany. An hour later,
I don't try to go back and say, yeah.
An hour later, after those nasty tweets, someone must have told her, get your head out of your ass, and she tweeted, ANTM gave me a platform to start my career on, and I am forever grateful for my show. Now let's finish the race. I'll see y'all at the finish line.
Someone must have said, you're coming off as an entitled biatch.
Yeah. And this just in, the finish line ended about, 2 hours ago and you were kicked off. So
right.
We will see it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know where my finish line was. It was like, 8 episodes ago. So catch up. You just got eliminated. That is your finish line.
Now, another girl that got kicked off in a double elimination was Kayla. And
I'm not surprised.
I think she's pretty good, actually, but she had a very weak photo this week.
The thing is, she's really pretty, and I think I said one of the first episodes that I really like her as a model. She comes off as very striking on camera, but I could tell. I mean, she was totally lost in terms of her brand. She just kept dropping that word free. It's like she didn't know what to do, so she was like, oh, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, because that's like all she knew. And so I wasn't surprised. Brittany, I asked her what Kayla's like. I wasn't surprised when you said she was very quiet and just seemed intimidated. She's coming off as just very intimidated, and so that's why I think whatever spirit we saw of her in her season, just that spark was gone. Well,
they gave her the word of free and on episode 2 with where the expert came in and said, what's your brand?
Yeah.
And they said, yours is free.
Yeah.
They gave her word.
Yeah.
Okay, she's the only one so far that really ran with that word, like sticking, like hanging on like a life preserver to that word.
Yeah.
Everyone else kind of moved on and would make their own perfume. She actually went as far to make her perfume even free.
No, but a lot of the girls did that. Bianca made hers candid. Like, a lot of people stuck with it, but she always sticks with it.
I'm sorry, I guess I focused so much on the fact that she kept saying free that it was so drilled in my head. We get it, you're free. Yeah. Move on.
But you're not really.
You're not free.
Yeah. You're just lost. Lost.
It's like saying,
she's still more in the model stage for me than
actually she would have got more
branding stage.
I think she would have got more props if she would have just said my brand's lost.
Yeah,
I think they would have been like, actually, we actually like you for that.
Yeah.
Well, Brittany, by the way, I can't wait to see your take on Topped Off, which I forgot to mention when I introed you. You can always find Brittany's take on Topped Off, a great series on BrittanyBrower.com. And another great video that we have to get to is coming up in News and Gossip. And even though Mari cut half of my News and Gossip away because we're not commenting on Eva anymore, I do still have some News and Gossip for everyone. So let's get into that. Right, Jesse? We'll go straight into that.
AfterBuzz.
Whoa, it's the
AfterBuzz News.
I love it.
That was fancy.
That's right. This is the News and Gossip remix, y'all. And that's it. No more on Eva. She's getting a reality show. We don't care. Now, Lisa D'Amato, who we do care about, there was a sneak peek at, this is almost cutting into predictions as well, a sneak peek at her rap video was put on E! News, actually. It was reported by E! News. And then when I saw the predictions, everything came together. But I watched this video, and I thought it was hilarious. And we're actually, I believe, Jesse, are we going to play the video?
Yes, we are.
Oh.
Take a look, everyone, at Lisa D'Amato.
As moms, we spend the majority of our time in the kitchen. Come check out our newest episode.
So this is Lisa cooking with her mom.
I was going to say
I was about to be like, wait a second.
I was just going to say that. So that's her mom and Lisa. Burning away.
Posted on E! Online. So.
great.
Can I tell you?
I thought that was incredible.
Puccinetta, I got my sticker. Sorry.
I thought that was incredible.
I had to bring up my life.
I totally have way more respect for her now. One, I love the hair straight. Two, I loved that. I thought Tyra was the one who came up with it really.
I was just gonna say, you know what the worst thing about the video was Tyra.
I know.
Well,
Tyra, get out of Lisa's video.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And Lisa actually does this for real. When she's been doing her whole La Puccinetta, which is her band, right? Puccinetta! She has been doing it for a while now, so this is no new challenge for her, which she clearly should win.
Well, Jackie, I have a question for you, or even Brittany, you know. But was this video, is this like a real video she's promoting, or was this something for top model? Like, was that La
Jackie,
Puccinetta?
I'm glad you asked that because I did put 2 and 2 together when I saw the predictions for next week. And the answer is in the predictions, so let's get into our predictions, ladies. Woo! And Jesse.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Well, yes. Would you believe that
I love
next
Jesse.
week it's going to be about a music video challenge? And it seems from the previews that this music video is part of next week's challenge. So you guys saw it there. Do you think she's going to be the winner, seeing as her video was leaked?
Yeah, I do.
That's my call. What do you ladies think?
Oh, well, sure, yes, I do.
I thought she did an incredible job. I thought she really did an incredible job, so I wouldn't be
Well,
surprised.
I would just want to know, like, do they have to write the song? Is the song given to them in that sense of it? Because
I believe so.
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I'm
yes,
really excited for that.
If
actually.
Kayla had stayed on, what would her song be? It'd be like, free, 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 free,
Freedom!
free,
I won't
free.
let you down, freedom!
Where
Well, that's probably better.
You got to never watch a tape!
can anybody hear me?
Yeah. It would have just been George Michael all over again with All Models. Freedom was done with All Models, the original video. So actually, I think that Kayla would have won it because she would just rewrote George Michael's first take of Freedom.
Now, Brittany, I don't know if you can give us any exclusive scoop, but do you have any first-hand knowledge of next week's episode? Were you at part of anything that you'll be able to share?
Guess what? For once, no.
Okay.
For once, I was not at this next one. Wait further. No. This one wasn't done in any live audiences. So I am not. I actually am going to watch it with you guys and
Great.
really get to take it in without my opinions.
Well, you're going to have to get in touch with Lisa and get us the inside scoop anyway.
Oh, no, I already have that. I got that.
Okay, good.
Oh, no, we talk for girls.
Oh,
we
good.
We already have all that good stuff from when we shot. I saw the girls over and over, but I knew what's happening, but I didn't get to be around any of it this week.
All right. Well, we will get that inside scoop from you, Brittany. You can be sure of that. And I have to thank you both so much for holding it down in the studio this week. Mari Fagel and the lovely all-star herself, Brittany Brower, host of Topped Off. You can find it on BrittanyBrower.com and on YouTube. And the party continues throughout the season. And we, as we announced tonight, guys, so excited. We are having a live finale viewing party at the John Lovitz Comedy Club on December 7th with live cast members. It is going to be an amazing event. You can follow it on AfterBuzz TV, on JackieAtHome.com, Jackie Miranne on Twitter, Brittany Brower on Twitter, M. Fagel on Twitter, DJ Jesse J on Twitter. And if that wasn't enough information, I'll leave it at that. December 7th, live event if you're in LA. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yay!
Bye.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janedy, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed
expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.